Tahnee, the girls showed that Queensland spirit tonight.
Absolutely, yeah, really proud of them. It was, we lost a player during the day, unfortunately, and then the girls came out and we had to make an in change really early, and then we lost a couple of players again in that game, and the girls just put their hand up and they just kept coming, and yeah, really proud of what they produced tonight.
How is Rory? What was the situation there?
Sorry?
With Rory. What was the situation with Rory?
Yeah, she had an infection in her jaw, so unfortunately we lost her today. Like, literally had to fly her down to Sydney. She's gone into hospital to try and treat that, so really unfortunate for her. Hope she's okay, but they're looking after her medically now, so it was a really big loss for us early today, and the girls were really good. They adapted really quickly, and we had to make a couple of movements obviously with our playing positions, but the girls just got on with the job.
And you brought Emily in, but she was terrific, eh?
Yeah, look, she did a really good job for us. I think, she's in a good place at the moment. She's just signed a contract with Tigers and just got engaged actually as well. So really excited for her. She came out today and thought she was going to play in the 18th role, and then all of a sudden she's in the starting lineup. So she did a really good job for us.
And Ali, just about Chelsea Lenarduzzi, I know she's a pretty good friend of yours, but to see her be able to score a winning try, have a pretty good game, how are you feeling for her?
Yeah, we're best mates. So to see her cross the line, that's a bit of an iconic play for her.
Easy move.
I thought she's had a great series. I know she missed game one, but her leadership and what she's been able to bring to this team has really shown. So I'm super proud of her. She played a lot of minutes. I don't know how many minutes, but she played a lot of minutes, and I'm just really proud to call her my mate.
And Ali, just about you as well. I know it's been a pretty big couple of weeks from your end. So how are you feeling? Yeah,
it has been really tough. Probably been really tough on the family. So that's probably why it hit me the most. But it was good to play out there tonight. I've had a lot of support, so I want to thank everyone for the support they've been able to put around me, and past players have reached out, and so it's been really nice. And tonight I remembered why I play footy. I love it, and I got to do that again tonight.
Can you explain the feeling of tonight, like losing the series but then winning the game in such an amazing fashion? Like, what does that feel like?
I think it just feels good to play good as well as a team. And that's what was so disappointing after those losses, is we just weren't playing how we were training. It wasn't clicking. And then tonight we play a bit of footy and we show people that we can play and we're tough. And I think we got down to one person on the bench. So, it shouldn't take that for us to play footy, but I'm just really proud of how we've been coming together, and the group is so connected. We've had a really good group and a really good time this week. It was... we got nothing to lose, and I was just so proud of them to be able to lead them and see the leadership that was showed tonight from Taryn and Doozy and those girls, Loz. Those girls stood up, and I'm just really proud to be able to lead them, yeah.
There's probably been a bit of speculation about, I suppose, your future or what you're going to do. Does a game like tonight sort of make you think, or confirm that you want to keep playing on?
I do want to keep playing on. I think people just look at your age and think that that's enough, and there were still comments out there tonight about when I'm going to retire, and I still love my footy, and if I get picked, I get picked, but I'm not saying people have to pick me just because I've been here before. I want to prove that I can play in this jersey, and hopefully I did that tonight. I'll do whatever it takes for this jersey. I've had some great people to look up to who've worn this jersey, and I'm really proud to represent Queensland, and that's probably what hurts, is people, surely they see how proud I am to do that. I do anything, I play any position I'm ever asked. I don't really carry on, and then to see my family and know how upset they were to see the things said about me, it's probably why it hurt the most. But the amount of support that I've had has been unbelievable.
Tahnee, don't you think the amount that she's done for Women's Rugby League, she surely deserves the right to make that decision?
Oh, and yeah, absolutely, it's her decision. It's not mine. It's one of those things that Ali's a true Origin player, and she's a true leader of this team, and I feel for her. She's had a tough couple of weeks, and it's just wrong what's happened in the past 2 weeks. I truly believe that. Like, I've got so much respect for her and what she brings to not only this team, what she's done for Women's Rugby League, and how she's led this group of Maroons players. I think people don't understand that, people don't see that, and you know, she just mentioned it then, like she'll play any position. Like she'll do anything that's asked of her just to play for Queensland. And I think I've got a real respect for that. And I think, you know, it's up to her. You know, she plays herself into teams. We pick her. Simple as that. So, you know, it's up to her when she makes that call on it. But utmost respect for what she's done, utmost respect for how she's handled herself over the last couple of weeks. It's truly been really hard. And I think people need to understand that she's the real leader of this team. She's the real captain of Queensland, and she deserves that spot there.
After this series loss, obviously, is there anything that you look back on that you would do differently, or reflections, or plans for 2026?
Yeah, I think you know, it showed in this game. Mally mentioned it already about, you know, the connection in this group's been fantastic. We've got a group of young players coming through that we had to blood, you know, in this group because we lost a couple of players early with pregnancy and injuries, etc. So, you know, to be able to bring new players in, we didn't get the results in Game 1 and Game 2, but it shows that they're real Maroons players. They stood up in Game 3, which I'm really excited about. So it means we've got a really good future ahead of us. You know, can we do things better? Obviously, you know, let's talk about the timing of this. You know, we're playing where these girls haven't even played a game of football. They play the hardest game in their lives, which is State of Origin football, and it's the first game of the season. So, you know, we really need to have a look at that. I think we need to have a discussion about when this really needs to be put, because we want the best footy that's played, and it needs to be looked at. These girls need to be playing NRLW so that we can pick them off that and then play our Origin series after that.
Because how hard is it to make selections when you don't have
totally tough,
players?
Really tough. Yeah, look, we had a really good prep. Don't get me wrong, we had a really good 6-week preparation, but again, it's the hardest game of football that these girls play in, and they came off the back of nothing. So they're relying on their training and their commitment to that. So it really needs to be in the middle of an NRLW season for sure, because it's the best brand, it's the best part of women's rugby league, and we're not showcasing how it should be, I believe.
What's the situation with the injuries?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Look, Destiny's not in a good way. Like it's a rib injury, so she's gone straight to hospital, unfortunately. We believe so, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but we believe it's pretty serious rib injury. And then obviously with Shanae, we lost her at half time to a knee injury as well, so she needs to get some scans done too. So.